Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the TNA 2024 Emergence Review Show. How are we all today? How are we? This is our first of two shows. Because I'm kind. Apparently. No, I'm not. Welcome to, obviously, the review show. We have 7 jokes. We've got 6 matches to get through. In over an hour. Oh, he's talk for an hour. Oh, he's got to talk for an hour. How will you cope? Alcohol. I don't know. But either way, we do have this to review. We are going to crack into it because we also have the Bash in Berlin preview show at 4:30. Like I said, daily content is killing right now. So we are going to get into that. So I'm going to hopefully get through what I can. 45 minutes to an hour. We don't really need a lot of time. But we are going to crack on regardless. So, alright, Nippon, how are you doing, buddy? How are you? Thank you. Please do share this if you can. I'd appreciate it. Yep, there we go. I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm not too bad. Looking forward to United disappoint me tomorrow though, because they will. Because that's standard. Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? Lord of the Rings. I like both, but Lord of the Rings, easy. Showing up in the background of my phone. Where is it? There we go. 190 subscribers now. I'll take that, you know. I'll take that. Right, so our first match to get through is an Ultimate X match. We're not going to discuss pre-show matches because they are not even the point. We won't. No, we won't. We'll get beat because we've not come into this in good form and we've not prepared at all. Like, simple. We don't stand a chance. The only way we win is if we score early and defend with our lives. Because we don't have a midfield. That's what happens when your club doesn't sign a midfielder in time that you really need. Shock. Yeah, I was at one of the games. It was the FA Cup. We beat them once, drew twice. We're still... They're still better than us at the moment. Anyway, that's football. I'm not here to talk about football. Right, so our first match to talk about Ultimate X match. This was fast for a multi-man match. As you can see, we crowned a new champion in Zachary Wentz of the Rascals, who, if you're a WWE fan, will be on NXT No Mercy tomorrow against Wesley. There is a chance here where that match actually could become a title match. It's certainly speed for what it's worth. I thought this match was actually okay. I'm surprised that Zachary Wentz actually won it. I think this is purely just for the partnership. I don't think it's because Zachary Wentz deserves to be champion. Hello, Catherine. Good to see you, and I'll see you in just over an hour's time. I'm going to call on a limb. Zachary Wentz is only champion because he's got Wesley tomorrow, No Mercy. Mike Bailey shouldn't have lost in his first pay-per-view title defense. I actually think it's very stupid, especially because Victory Road's still available. You've still got the main event scene for Mike Bailey. If he's not involved in the TNA main event scene, then they don't know what to do with him. It will actually be a disgrace if he does not end up in the main event scene for the world title, because there's no point to him now after this. If he doesn't get it, then he may as well leave. He may as well just pack up early and go to AEW or WWE, whatever. Like, if they don't utilize him, I actually feel sorry for him if it doesn't happen. if he doesn't get to be at least a TNA World Champion at least once, because he is a phenomenal talent. Hammerstone in this match utilised his strength and power efficiently. Obviously, when you're looking at a guy who is built like Brian Cage, who's built like Brock Lesnar, who is that much of a heavyweight, super heavyweight, I might add, with so much ability, he shouldn't be moving as quick as he does, and he was so fast. There was a spot in this match where he is carrying 2 wrestlers on his shoulders up the pillars, like the pure pillars that they use to hoist the ropes for the world title, well, the X Division title during this kind of match. And he's carrying 2 on his shoulders in a fireman's carry position, and he tosses them both. He just tosses them both to like outside the ring. It was incredible. Laredo Kid gets punted from Zachary Wentz. He punts him off the very top of the pillar as well, and he lands on everybody in the old-fashioned huddle position, as you always get in a multi-man match. There's always going to be a huddle at ringside, just clambering beside each other. But he kicks them off and he flips and lands on them, upper body first. And of course, we saw the impact of what happens with that because Riley Osbourne from NXT, good showing. I think he actually showcased himself where he's got a good future as a light heavyweight, cruiserweight type wrestler. My only concern for him, though, is he beat established TNA talent to get in this match purely because of the partnership, and I don't think that's right. I don't think any WWE talent should have been in this match. I don't think because there's no need. It should have been purely TNA talent. It's just ridiculous that they don't actually accommodate them in the right way. At least there's only one NXT talent and not several. Catherine says she's currently watching Fulham. No surprise there. No surprise. And the Ultimate X match is my favourite TNA type of match. It's right up there for me. My other one is one that you'll never sadly see again, and that's Lethal Lockdown. You'll never see that again, unfortunately. But hey, well, that's just unfortunate. But the good thing is, though, is this match really did give good pacing for the card, considering what is to come. For a less than 3-hour pay-per-view, it fit in really well. It had the crowd started really early. They were already engaged because of the pre-show, but I really did like that the Ultimate X match didn't drag. Like this could have went 15, 20 minutes, but I like the fact that it didn't. I like the fact that it stayed below that period of time. I like that we got to see a wide range. For me, the standard performer was Laredo Kid. If you do get a chance to watch this match back, go and watch it. Just go and watch it. Watch Laredo Kid especially. He was extremely good. Jason Hotch was actually not too bad. Hammerstone proved why he should be in the main event scene, not the X Division scene. And Mike Bailey, well, what more can you say about Mike Bailey? The guy is just brilliant in everything that he does, especially the ultimate tornillo knee strike that he does, or diving knee strike from the top rope. It's absolutely incredible. But as I reiterate, if he is not in the main event scene now because of this defeat, then they've wasted him. And if they've wasted Mike Bailey, I will genuinely be disappointed. I will be genuinely disappointed in TNA for this because he is someone that you want to build a division around. He is someone that you want to actually enjoy on a larger scale because that's what it should be about. And if you can't enjoy someone like him, then there's something seriously wrong with you. Match 2 on the main card was again another 10-minute match. It's a theme of the card. Annoyingly, this match and the next match should have got longer than the 8-man tag. I'll stipulate why in just a few minutes, because obviously I'm going to spend a lot more time obviously talking the main event. So in this match, Steve Maclin versus Eric Young, they went just under 10 minutes. For Eric Young as a veteran, that's completely fine. For Maclin, however, it's get in, get the job done, and just leave. Get what you need to do and get out. They should have went at least 15, 16 minutes for what they actually got in this time frame. The ability of Eric Young still at his age is crazy that he was not utilized well in WWE. Like even NXT or the main roster, they didn't know what to do with him. And it goes back to TNA. He's already won the world title since he's returned. He's been a constant in the past 3 years, and you don't buy into him enough. Like this is a guy that you really want to buy into. He's a TNA original, but yet WWE fumbled him. And they'll probably come back saying, "Oh, but he wasn't ready for the big time." No, he was. They fumbled him. Like he's been in the business for over 20 years, and they didn't know what to do. They gave him a great faction, Insanity, and they wasted it, which is a common theme. Now, I like the fact that this was heavy hitting. This was a brawl. This wasn't a bog standard wrestling match. It was, we are just going to fight. We're just going to hit hard. We're going to get through each other, and we're just going to see how it goes. Maclin, especially. There is a moment in the match where Maclin has Eric Young in the corner, and he just rips him apart brutally. And I just like the impact, pardon the pun, of Maclin in corner-based moves. Like he's actually very efficient with that. My only concern though is you give these guys 10 minutes when we know they can work longer than that. So why would you cut them short? Like I get it. There is obviously an Ironman match to main event, and I've got no problem with that. But the 8-man tag went for nearly 20 minutes when that should have been about 14. Like Maclin should have got longer with Eric Young. The women should have got longer as well. They didn't. Again, though, there was a problem with the women's match as well, and I'm going to come onto that. Well, the knockouts match, there is a major problem. Besides Ash by Elegance, known to people as Dana Brooke, because she's fucking terrible. But there is actually something bad that happened in this match, and I'm about to come to it. But Eric Young was defeated by pinfall. He hit a pile driver, and Maclin kicked out. He went for a second one, and he countered it into a flip bridge pin. Really good counter. And both men embraced like the handshake at the end, so it was nice. That should be the end for that one, unless they carry on with these two. I don't necessarily think you need to do more with them. The next one, 6 knockout tag match. Yeah, under 10 minutes. This is a company that was a forefront for women's wrestling since 2007, and you're having it so short. I blame Ash by Elegance because she can't wrestle for shit. She's got no personality. She's got no character. She has no wrestling ability. She hits a swanton bomb that looks like a pigeon roll, and she's got the most annoying valet in the personal concierge. Like, he sucks. Like Ash by Elegance belongs in OVW. She belongs in OVW. That's how bad she is. There was a very good exchange at the very start, though, between all 6 women, however, I'll give them props. At the very start, the bell rang, and then they all just engaged in a brawl with each other before the babyfaces obviously took advantage, because that's the intention, of course. They want to showcase their power, their dominance. Jordynne Grace, especially the best women's wrestler currently going. Dani Luna, of course, is just on a high right now. She had a great singles match at All In Weekend on Rev Pro last Saturday. She wrestled Mina Shirakawa in a losing effort by submission. And Jody Fret is she's just a classy veteran. The militia went down to just Masha because Alisha Edwards suffered an injury during this match. Serious injury. It was an accident. Like, it was an accident. However, we do not know the significance of her injury. There's a chance she could be out for a while. There's a chance that she could be forced to vacate her tag team title match, her tag team titles, sorry. But that might tie in really well because Killer Kelly is expected to return soon, and believe me, this knockout division is lacking something. Like, it's really lacking some extra talent. She's one of them. The tag team maneuvers, though, I admit, were actually effective, especially especially from Spitfire. Like, they do, like, their own versions of, like, the heart attack, etc. Like a backbreaker combination, it's really good. And I certainly like to see what we get from it. My only concern is this match also exposed an issue with the Knockouts division. There's only one serious challenger for Jordynne Grace, and it's Masha Slamovich, because they don't have anyone else. They really need a women's division. This, like, they lost the likes of Deonna Purrazzo, they lost Taya Valkyrie. They didn't even get Camille Blackheart. Like, they have not got anyone. They should be competing up there because they are better at booking women than AEW and WWE combined. They are better than them both, but they only have one genuine superstar talent. No, she shouldn't, Catherine. No, like, that's an insult to women's wrestling. Like, if she generally becomes a Knockouts champion, then TNA may as well just fold the Knockouts division altogether. Because Ash by Elegance cannot wrestle. Like, she is genuinely ridiculously bad, and there's people that actually stand this fucking blonde bimbo. Like, she cannot wrestle for shit, and I do not care if there's any of her fans are watching this. You are fucking deluded. Like, she is deluded. I wish it was her that got injured. I wish it was Ash that got injured, not Alisha Edwards. That's how much I cannot stand her in the ring. I don't care. But that is literally what I think and feel about her. But yeah, at least it was the right team that won it. But yeah, you've overexposed the division by losing two top talents to AEW who aren't going to be in any sense utilized the way you'd like. I don't think it's wise to lose such a roster so quickly to another organization. It's or any organization. If you lose your talent that quick, you've got nothing to hold on to. Once they lose Jordynne Grace, that's it. Once Jordynne Grace leaves for WWE, that's it. Killer Kelly cannot lead this division on her own. She's an excellent talent, but she shouldn't. Masha Slamovich is excellent. She shouldn't be leading this division on her own. It's a wholesome, hard-working division that's been let down by those above. It's awful. It is awful. And that's just where we stand, really. That's just my opinion. Moving on, another under 15-minute match. The ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay defeated First Class, which is Flop Dollar, and Casey Navarro taking the place of Rich Swann, successfully defending their TNA World Tag Team titles. Thank God they didn't lose this, because this is their best tag team. The ABC are a fantastic tag team. Ace Austin especially is just on another level right now. I really enjoy his work. I like his utilization of high risk moves to technical ability, and Chris Bay is just, as he calls himself, he is just finesse. Like everything he touches turns to gold. He is just that good in the ring. Both of them could have been in the Ultimate X match as well, but they were of course defeated in their multi-man matches that they competed in, so they were unsuccessful. However, I did enjoy their work inside the ring, and their teamwork is great. I think, to be fair, I'll give credit to AJ Francis. He actually did allow Ace Austin and Chris Bay to express themselves against him as a super heavyweight. He allowed them to get as much of a variety of offense in and still get to utilize his own offense. Casey Navarro is actually a good addition to this team. I think the right tag team going forward for First Class is Navarro and Swan. There's a whole lot more to it. Yeah, Jordynne will. Yeah, she is going to go to WWE. She will. And they'll do the same with Joe Hendry as well. I don't, with Jordan and Joe will have the same problem. They'll have to water themselves down, and I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. I think they're already exciting enough as it is. Don't ruin what's already been built. Let them be themselves. Let them be expressive. That's the aim. If you don't do that, then what is the bloody point? That's my biggest fear. Really, is you see change in the worst way. This match as well, though, the World Tag Team title match was too short. This should have went at least 15 minutes, especially for Ace and Chris Bay, who 3-time World Tag Team champions, have carried the division since they joined 5 years ago. They should be given more time to work with any opponent they have, because you'll get a good match out from them. Like, they can get a good match out of anybody. They're that good. And it highlights an issue of, well, who do you go to? I agree they need to scout indies. I'm hoping that they can, but I won't hold my breath, you know. Like, I don't know. I think if they lose Jordan Grace, then there's nothing. Like, there's nothing that they can actually get from it. There's no one there to utilize your talent for, and I think that's the biggest problem. That's a weakness. The Yeah, I really like ASOS. I prefer Chris Bay. I do like the two of them. They're a good side. The the final match before the main event was a 20-minute 8-man tag match between the System, who did win clean against Joe Hendry, Mike Santana, and the Hardys. So, first of all, the theme song for Hendry and the Hardys collaborating is absolutely fantastic. Like, I actually think that is really cool. Like, I actually thought that was one of the best collaborated theme songs I've ever heard. I just like that they collaborated the whole concept of Hendry to the Hardys. And the entrance video was funny as well. Like, it's actually a good funny. Something that you want to enjoy, and I just think, you're missing the trick by not keeping him longer with them. Now, obviously, Joe Hendry's going to be doing triple duty all weekend. He wrestled on Friday. He wrestled last night. He's going to wrestle. He's going to wrestle tomorrow as well. Why would you want to lose this guy? Like, he is so over with your audience. He is someone you've got to build the world title scene to. I think he's going to take the world title though, Bound for Glory. I think, considering what happened in the main event, we know who Nemeth is going to wrestle next. I think they are going to go straight to the former champion, give him his title back, and then you're going to get it. There are some exchanges in this match, so obviously everyone gets their finishes in. The Hardys, of course, constant twist of fates. Swanton bombs. Joe Hendry gets his choke slamming, Lois choke slam bomb. Mike Santana with the sound of black clothesline. JDC with his Falcon Arrow. Brian Myers, the spear. Moose, the spear. And Eddie Edwards gets in his Boston Tea Party, which is his Shining Wizard. I like this one. The only thing is it's been too long. This went maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes longer than it should. I get it, you're trying to fill in some gaps, but still, they should have utilised that time more for the Maclin match and the knockouts match, because they shouldn't be going under 10 minutes at all. An 8-man tag doesn't need 20 minutes, let's be real. It doesn't do you any favours. And that's the issue that they've got. However, the next pay-per-view event is Victory Road. This will not happen again. They will not be under 10 minutes next time, I assure you. Now, we're going to talk this main event, and this is where we're going to spend a lot of time going. I'm going to spend hopefully half an hour talking this one, and then I'm going to come back. I'm just going to wrap up some pre-show stuff. Even though I don't really talk about the pre-show, I left that till last because I found some things interesting on that I need to critique. So, this match is, without a doubt, one of the best world title main events, not just in TNA history, but just pro wrestling in general. The working ability of Nick Nemeth, who I've said is the best seller in pro wrestling, versus, and to be fair, his collegiate style as well, his collegiate and entertaining style that he has, because he does have collegiate wrestling background. I agree. I would like to see Santana get a push as well. I think he is capable of it. I do like that he has bet on himself to go solo, and I think he could become a champion. I don't think he's going to be a world champion, but I think he'll be a very good X Division champion. It's potential. I hope not. I hope not. But it is possible. Especially considering how big he is media-wise. Like, he is extremely entertaining. You don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose that feeling. Because he is good. Anyway, as I was saying, the main event. If you haven't watched this, I watched it on the TNA Plus app because I've got it on my Fire Stick. This main event is one of the best TNA main events they've ever done. Is one of the best world title matches I've ever watched. Is one of the best matches Nick Nemeth has done, including his WWE career and New Japan and AAA, TNA 2. And it's Josh Alexander's best main event in probably since the Alex Shelley match last year, but also long before that, I would say maybe the Moose match in 2022. So you're looking a good few years here on Josh Alexander, who, for me, is one of the top 5 in the world. From a pro wrestling standpoint, Josh Alexander is so intense and technically sound that he is Kurt Angle version 2. Like, he is the Kurt Angle that people wanted to see again. Like, that kind of intensity, that kind of amazing technical ability, that phenomenal worker, but also have the comedic side. Like, Josh Alexander is funny as well. He's a good seller, he's a good storyteller, and a phenomenal worker. Nick Nemeth is just, you can't outsell Nick Nemeth. The only one who can do that is retired, and that's Shawn Michaels. Like, Nick Nemeth is the best seller since Michaels, in my opinion. He's that good. Yeah, they're going WrestleCade. It's good. They'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be just before Turning Point, I think. Should be before Turning Point, because that's normally around about that time as well. So, really good, really good. This match featured some great technical wrestling. We had several finish attempts, several successful finishers applied. We had the first fall was a very good exchange. It was also a shock on Alexander as well. Both men were wrestling for about 10 minutes. And just prior to the first cover, Alexander went for a C4 spike early, and he missed the timing, and it allowed Nemeth to pin him up. And it does say a cradle, that is true, but it's the way that he got his body position into it. It was really effective. I like the manipulation of the move to get Alexander in a good position, because Alexander's got full grip of Nemeth, like full grip, so good. Might add as well that this is Nick Nemeth's first ever 60-minute Ironman match. He's never wrestled 60 minutes before. He's only ever done a 30-minute match, and that was 6 years ago. So, like, when it comes to 60-minute matches, he doesn't have the experience that Alexander does. So I'm very impressed by how conditioned he was for this match as well. Like, he was very well conditioned. The second fall, now, the second fall was underrated ability from Nick Nemeth. So Alexander again is in full control. He's already worked He's already worked Nemeth in the body. He's already worked the legs. He's hit 4 or 5 ankle lock attempts already, softening up the ankle. Because what a good way to stop. A good way, obviously, to stop Nick Nemeth is you got to remove his legs, because he is fast. Now, Josh Alexander's got a 30 pounds weight advantage here, and he really did utilise it on the lower body of Nemeth. By this point, you're approaching 25 minutes in. You've done 30 minutes 2 weeks before on Impact in a time limit draw. Conditioning is so huge. Nemeth actually withstands all the punishment, and he actually does give Alexander a bit of a shock as well. Now, he hits the super kick, and we know that Nick Nemeth really loves that super kick. And he does the diving elbow as well. Like I said, Nick Nemeth is a big Shawn Michaels fan, so he does the diving elbow, he does the super kick, and he does the danger zone. To which point as well, when he gets the pin, that all you see in Josh Alexander's face is pure frustration. anger in his face is excellent because I'm like, okay, we're going to get a little bit more in-depth detail here from Josh Alexander. He's really going to show a little bit of spirit here. Now, he is the heel, bear in mind, but you want to see a little bit more energy. You want to see a little bit of vibrance because, bear in mind, he is the top heel. 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. He literally said that last night, that he'll be Mr. Ironman. Because he's never had a bad Ironman match. When you look at it, turn the monitor this way a little bit. There we go, because it's in the arm, so I don't need to worry about that. I've never seen Josh Alexander have a bad Ironman match, whether it be 30 minutes, 60 minutes. He works really well. He's the only man to have two 60-minute Ironman matches in TNA history. The Speedball match and now Nick Nemeth. He won one, lost one. But his record in general is outstanding. During the period here, I'm just going to zoom in on this screen for just a little moment. I want you guys to see one thing. During this period here, so you got this part here to here. Josh Alexander, as we know, he loves Kurt Angle. He hits 10 German suplexes in a row, which he is very good at and he loves to do it. He hit 10 German suplexes in a row on Nick Nemeth, each one ferocious. He is not just dropping him on the shoulders, he's dropping him on the neck. He's bringing him down, he's withstanding the punishment, and Nemeth looks dead. Like, he looks dead. He again applies the ankle lock twice. He hit several suplexes, and he also, one of two, does the lawn dart toss that he does. He then hits another couple of German suplexes, to which point Nick Nemeth hits a super kick, dazes Alexander, and Nemeth hits 10 German suplexes in a row on Josh Alexander. Now, Josh Alexander has a lot worse injury record than Nick Nemeth, so it's clever for Nemeth to use the German suplex the way he did, because he actually used them differently. So when Josh Alexander hits a German suplex, he's bringing them down straight. Yep, he's bringing them down straight. Nemeth is bringing them down up, and he's rotating each time, similar to like what Bobby Lashley does when he rotates a little body bit, so they land shoulder down, which ties in well to the torn pick that Josh Alexander had when he was forced to vacate the title. So he's using a different variety of German suplex 10 times in a row. Josh Alexander hits him like a Lesnar and a Kurt Angle. Nemeth hit them like a Bobby Lashley. Or like even Chad Gable, who does a variety of German suplexes, but it's always coming down on the shoulder and the neck, and then the after effect on the upper body. He's withstanding all that punishment, but he makes a critical mistake. He goes for the famouser after he does the kick to the gut, of course, and obviously he's down, goes for the famouser. He gets countered into a powerbomb backbreaker on the right knee of Alexander, completely derails the champion, and that's him. He's down for a couple of minutes, to which point Alexander's like, well, I have to go for broke here. I'm 2-0 down. I need to get points on the board. He takes out. He actually there isn't a ref bump, but there is a distraction on the referee from Alexander, of course, being the heel, distracts the referee. And then obviously he gets the referee's attention. The referee looks outside the ring. Alexander dummies him. He then removes a part of his knee brace and he clocks Nemeth in the back of the head, dazing him. He then hits, in my opinion, the coolest, just the coolest butterfly pile driver you'll ever see. He calls it the C4 spike. And it's one of my favorite wrestling moves. Like, I really like the C4 spike. Down, straight in. And you can sit there for like 3 weeks and all the blood rushing to your brain. Your days, especially 45 minutes into a match, that's going to hurt when you're coming down on your head and your neck. Especially when you're wrapped legs round. Really good match. I really love this one. And Catherine, great comment. Nemeth has been underrated as a wrestler because it's WWE booking. Yeah, he was one of the best that WWE had. Same with Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali's my wrestler of the year. And it's because of their work outside, because they're going to showcase themselves. Now, Nemeth is actually fast tracking to become my wrestler of the year. I'm not even joking. Like, he's actually quickly changing my opinion. That's how good it's been. But I like the fact that we have him now cooking in the right way. He hits one C4 spike, gets the pin. He stands over Nick Nemeth, striking him off. You've got nothing on me, mate. There's nothing you can do. And yeah, he hits him with a second C4 spike, gets the cover, and we're tied at 2-2. Two pins in the space of 3 minutes for Josh Alexander. He then goes for another cover to see if he can get a fast advantage, try and get a third fall. He fails. Instead, we get a kick out and the match continues, which is really good. Now, when I spoke about the suplexes, this is my point. I'm going to share my screen because I've put them on our community tab. Obviously, I'm taking the pictures from the TNA Plus app, so it will be a little blurry because obviously they are in motion. But just watch this. Well, not watch this. Look at this. Like I said, Josh Alexander, it's straight, knees hurched, tight waist grip, and you're going right over. If I scroll up, actually, hold on, there's another image. See what I mean? Straight down, straight down. I apologise for the image quality, but I'm just proving a point. This is Nick Nemeth doing the suplexes. Sideways. Painful. Look at that. That arch rotation on his body. Like, that is incredible by the TNA World Champion. This is somebody who deserves every bit of praise he gets. And he will never get you'll never get it. He's that good. This is what pro wrestling is supposed to be about. When I tell you that talent get to work their way, this is that way. Now, the match itself carries on. Obviously, we're now in the final 50 minutes of the match. It's just back and forth, physical exchanges, wrestling holds. Nemeth does hit another super kick. He does hit the famouser, gets the 2 count each time. Alexander kicks out. Alexander goes for the danger zone, which is, as you know, in WWE, that was the zigzag, which is obviously Nick Nemeth's finisher maneuver, gets a 2 count. And then comes one of the best 2-minute closing sequences of an Ironman match I've ever seen. We have Josh Alexander going for another C4 spike to close the match after he's done another 2 attempts, successful attempts of the ankle lock, but unsuccessful in getting a submission fall. Nick Nemeth refused to tap out. He is writhing in pain on that ankle. Nick Nemeth is obviously wrapped in Josh Alexander's grip. Alexander hits a tombstone pile driver, gets a 2 count. When he goes for the C4 spike, he's got the grip up, straight back down, but Nemeth is using his own weight to counter the move so he can land on his feet, and he tries to hoist Alexander over his shoulders. Alexander counters that using his own, because again he has the weight advantage, so he's using all his weight on Nemeth to get back into C4 spike. Nemeth straight back down, up, and we carry on. The third time, up, right down, rolls right over, gets a 2 count. Alexander powers out of the count, flips into C4 spike, up, counter. Nemeth brushes him off. He hits him off the ropes, turns, and a clean headbutt to the jaw knocks off the head brace that Alexander wears. He hits one last super kick, stuns the challenger into the ropes, hits the danger zone, and does not go for the pin. We've now got 25 seconds left on the clock. And instead of going for the pin, he does this to the challenger, sorry. Nick Nemeth wins the third fall by pinfall by doing what Alexander failed to do 50 minutes before, after he got his second equalizing fall. When he hit the danger zone, he got a 2 count on Nemeth. Nemeth hits the C4 spike on Alexander, wins the third fall. 10 seconds left. Nemeth is lining him up for a super kick. Now, Nemeth has not wrestled defensively this whole match. Even when he went 2-0 up, he went on the offense. He wanted to control the match. He wanted to get more falls, which rightfully so. That's what you should do. Nemeth goes for the super kick. As Alexander's getting back up, he falls to the mat, and the referee declares Nemeth the winner. But that's not the end of the show. Because here's another image of the C4 spike. This is a man who's perfected this move versus a man who's never used it. And I absolutely love how clean the landing is and the utilization of this move. This for me was the best move of the entire show. And I want to give both men props for allowing this to happen. Because this is what I like. Good wrestling done properly. In the best way possible. Now, I want to give something else as well, because there was another thing that happened on this show. Now, following the 8-man tag match, Moose challenged the winner of Nemeth Alexander for Victory Road. That's been accepted. This man appeared after the match ended. John Layfield, who has been everywhere at the moment, he's been in AAA, he's been all across Mexico, CMLL, now he's in TNA. I think he's here to help Moose. I think Layfield is going to either tell Moose he doesn't need the system anymore, or he's going to become some sort of managing aspect of the system. Either way, I think Layfield will be there when Moose potentially reclaims the title in Victory Road. Now, I think John Layfield is one of the best heels in wrestling, period. When he was a full-time heel, even when he was WWE champion, he was one of the best that they actually had because he knew how to work as a heel. He knew how to get the crowd against each other. He knew how to piss people off in the funniest way. And he was just good. Like, he was actually an underrated champion. I actually liked what I saw from Layfield, particularly during that WWE title reign in 2004 and in 2005 before he lost it to Super Cena. Especially at a time when they needed a heel. Someone to work around, someone that you can believe in. Like, who do you think is actually a good enough guy? Well, somebody who's actually rich, self-made rich, who works for Fox News, who has a book, loves to shit on everyone else that's beneath him, and also someone that knows that his arrogance will get him wherever he wants to be. And that's what I like about Layfield. And obviously, he's much more older. He's a little bit more. His demeanor is different. But John Layfield is someone that TNA can actually utilize smartly. If he's in as a managing talent and it's for Moose, honest to God, that's a better partnership than Layfield Corbin. Like, that's actually a powerful partnership. If it's actually Layfield's there to work with Nemeth or Alexander, not even joking. Like, you've got something there. You gotta believe in that, and I hope they make it work. I've always liked JBL, and even as Bradshaw during the late '90s, etc., like that period of time where he rebranded himself, I liked that character as well. It was fun. Now, I'm just going to quickly discuss the two pre-show matches and the problem with one of them. Now, the first one, Frankie Kazarian defeated Kushida by pinfall. That's fine. Under 10 minutes on a 1-hour pre-show. Kushida's a good talent. Frankie Kazarian is a good worker. He's never disappointed in the ring. Less than 10 minutes, fine. No problem. At least we've established now that Kushida is still going to be involved with Gresham, who right now is getting back to his best. So I'm happy with that. The follow-up match, however, PCO defeated Shera with Matt Cardona by pinfall, retains his digital media title and the Canadian International Heavyweight Championships. Okay. 1, PCO should not be a champion at his age. Just like Chris Jericho? No. 2, you advertise this match as PCO versus Matt Cardona's mystery monster or mystery beast. Shera's already on the roster. So you've kind of wasted it. Now, people have done LOL TNA for a long time. This is a LOL TNA moment. This is a moment where if it was just going to be Shera, then Matt Cardona and Shera should have just attacked PCO on Impact. And then at least you've got it into the event. Now, we know that Matt Cardona eventually is going to challenge PCO anyway. That's what they're building to. They're building to Shera sign away, and then Cardona will take on PCO, and he'll probably win the digital media title back that he lost to Jordynne Grace, which is hilarious. I think If you're going to have a mystery opponent, have it from someone who's outside the organization, who's coming in for Cardona, and it would have been more fun. Instead of advertising it as a mystery opponent, but it's somebody that's already on the roster who the fans already enjoy watching anyway. If this has just been advertised as PCO versus Shera, accompanied by Matt Cardona for the Digital Media and Canadian International Heavyweight Championships, then the fans would have liked that anyway on a pre-show. So I actually think they've wasted an opportunity here, and it's a shame. But PCO has done really well for TNA in terms of promoting their shows. He promotes them on radio stations, podcasts, and he does the advertising. So he deserves that at least. This is why he's got those titles. It is his reward for this hard work. But theoretically, if you're keeping Cardona for a long time, who is fantastic on the indie scene, he's got to take these titles either Victory Road or Bound for Glory. I think they should. I think they need to utilize the roster a little bit better. I think coming out of this show, obviously, I'm hoping Alisha Edwards is okay. I'm hoping she's not got serious. I'm hoping her injury is not serious where they keep her out for months. But they need to look at getting that knockouts division sorted. They need to get that better all round. They need to get more talent in, and they need to make it seriously good talent. Because if you lose Jordynne Grace, you've not got any world class talent anymore. As I said about brief summary, the Ultimate X match, obviously Zachary Wentz defeated Mike Bailey, the champion, Hammerstone, Hotch, Laredo Kid, and Riley Osbourne. Zachary Wentz has won this title just to lose it at NXT No Mercy. If they change it to an X Division title match, then TNA have lost out to WWE in this partnership again. No way in hell should that match tomorrow be changed to an X Division title match. It's nothing to do with them. This is a TNA title. This is not a WWE title. They should not be given the opportunity to do so. And that might sound bloody harsh, but it's the truth. Maclin versus Eric Young, of course, was a great singles match, as I already said. It was a great counter for the pile driver into a victory roll pin, which allowed Maclin to get the win. Again, under 10 minutes. They deserve longer, but for what they had, good match. Good match. The 6 knockout tag match, again, under 10 minutes. Should have been a little longer. 4 good performances. Slamovich, Luna, Fret, Grace. Alisha Edwards got injured. She can't really be discussed on her performance. I hope she gets okay. She gets better soon. Ash by Elegance, fire her. Or send her somewhere else. I don't care. The TNA World Tag Team title match, that should have been at least 14 minutes instead of 11 minutes 41. Again, ABC proved they're the best tag team outside AEW and WWE for North American promotions or talent that works in that area. They're the best tag team outside of that. The Guns obviously are the best all-round American tag team, so I'm still saying that. The 8-man tag match, again, just under 20 minutes, went too long, but still one of the best collaborated theme songs of, I believe, in Hendry and the Hardys. Mike Santana, excellent performance from him. His clothesline is fantastic. It wouldn't surprise me if you get Santana versus Layfield as well in a battle of the clotheslines. I would actually like that. The Sound of Black versus the Clothesline for Hell would be so cool. That would actually be a good partnership as well because Santana, I'm pretty sure, is Texan. The System, they're rebooted. They look good. Moose has got his world title match next month at Victory Road. He's ready to go. And of course, Nick Nemeth versus Josh Alexander. The score ends 3-2. 60-minute Ironman match. TNA's best match in 6 months. For just a singles title match, the best match in 6 months. It's their best main event title match in a long time, and they're absolutely going to cook going forward. They just need to keep going. You've got a good main event scene. They cannot afford. I hope they don't lose Nick Nemeth. Keep Josh Alexander tied down. tie down Joe Hendry, tie down the Hardys, to be fair, for the tag team division, tie down Ace Austin and Chris Bay, weed out the talent that are older or uninteresting, like Cody Deaner, get rid of him. PCO, just make him your advertiser and your promoted talent, like your promotional worker in that way. He doesn't need to be competing. Tie down Steph DeLander for the women's division because at least she's good. See, I thought so. Turning point. Part. Oh yeah. See, this is what I thought. This kicks in really well. It's that always November after Bound for Glory, so I like that. But that is Emergence reviewed. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed that. Again, we are live at 4:30. Catherine is making her debut on the Steelchair. Billy is also joining us as well. So we've got free for that. Bash at the Berlin kicks off at 6 p.m. UK time. I am not watching the pre-show. This is the pre-show. We'll be doing it from here. But if anyone's got any questions, please ask away. I've got so much that I want to discuss, but in the way I'm enjoying that. So if everyone has watched as well, thank you. Also on the community tab as well, I've put some posts up there about the match cards. I've put for SmackDown last night. If you didn't see it, I didn't watch because I was watching Emergence. I'll probably catch up SmackDown after Berlin, even though it's not really worth it because it's the go home show. Collision is tonight. I might watch it. I don't know. I'll probably end up watching it tomorrow because I'll be exhausted. Watching Berlin then Collision all at once, it'll be exhausting. But we are doing regular content as I promised. So I am going to go and take a short break. I've already sent the links to everybody for 4:30. If anyone else wants to join, if you've got anyone you'd like to bring on as well, bring them with you. And I will see you all very soon at 4:30. 20 minutes. And I'll be wearing that. I've also got a few more that I'm going to be buying very soon. So more championships along the way. So please do check out the Assassin's Creed edits as well that I put up of Will Ospreay on the community tab. Check out the stream at 4:30. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please share the content as well. Please share this with your friends as well if you want to get the quality going. But in the meantime, I'm going to get myself out of here, guys. So thank you, and I'll see you all later. Bye for now. And here's some of my edit work, by the way.